Hi, I'm Mike Moore, author of Love God, Hate Church. People ask me, why did you write this book? Well, there's a bunch of reasons, but let me tell you one story that I think you'll understand why I wrote this, because it's coming against the belief system of what we think about grace and God's love. I'm a businessman, okay, in Texas, and I was facilitating a group of attorneys, and we were talking about God's grace. And one man said to me, Mike, you talk about God's grace and he's forgiven us for all our sin. And at the cross, that's why Jesus died, for the forgiveness of our sin. And he said, but you're talking about God's grace, that we can go out and do anything we want now that we're forgiven. I go, wow, okay, that begs a question. What do you want to do? He goes, no, I don't want to do anything. I'm just saying, you're saying that God's grace gives us the freedom to finally live our life and do anything we want to do. So I'm just going, wow, I'm not sure I agree with that. And I go, well, it still begs the question, what do you want to do? He goes, I'm not saying I want to do anything. Well, if you were free to do anything you could do, what would you do? He goes, okay, let's say I want to go rob a bank. I go, wow, that's a great question. Here's my question to you. Do you want to? He goes, what? I don't know. I'm just saying. I said, no. We're getting somewhere. Do you want to? He goes, well, I don't know. I mean, of course not. I go, well, what's keeping you? He goes, well, the Bible says I'm not supposed to steal. I said, really? So the only reason you're not robbing a bank is because there's a rule in the Bible that says you're not supposed to? I go, wow, look at your heart. Is that really what's keeping you? Or is this what's keeping you? I would not want to steal from other people who've worked hard their whole life, raised families, and put their money in an institution. It's theirs. So what you're telling me is you would take theirs, but there's a rule saying you can't? And he went, wow. I said, listen, that's the difference between law and grace. You're under the law. A law's keeping you from robbing the bank, not grace and love for your fellow humans. That is why I wrote this book. That's one of the reasons, to help us differentiate from keeping rules and laws and actually not doing things because we know we're so loved by our Father. Buy this book. It will change the way you view God's unconditional love for you.